It's BAMA week, baby! You ready? I'm freaking pumped, dude. Kind of. We got some news today that I'm not super excited about, but we'll get into that in a minute. Yes, I have my hood on. It's cold outside. I left New Orleans this morning. It was 80. I got here. It's about 60. Perfect timing, though, because this, I'll move the mic. It's nice. My hair's in the way. You see the Valley Vision hoodie. You see it. It's on the website. It's live, and it is very warm. So if you're looking to rep our show and you want to stay warm because it is about to drop to like 30 degrees this week, go get a Valley Vision hoodie. Okay, we got to talk about football. It's BAMA week. We're pumped. Everybody's always excited for this game. It's a huge game. It is on the road this year, so it will not be in Baton Rouge, Tuscaloosa. However, LSU does well in Tuscaloosa a good bit of the time. Moved up to 13 in the AP poll. We were 14 last week, right?
15.
15. So 2 spots. Good movement coming off that bye. Brian Kelly just had a presser, told the media kind of what went down during the bye week. They've raised the level of preparation. You know, the guys were probably at about 70% of, what's the word? The 70% of their, go. Do you know, what am I looking to say here?
They weren't full speed. They were 70%
there
speed.
you go. And they got active rest. I know they had a little get-together on Saturday with the DJ and all. But they are raising the level of preparation this week because you are going to face Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide. Obviously, you can't undermine them regardless of some of the issues BAMA has faced this year. They are always a huge challenge, especially for the team. And I'm about to give you some news you're not going to be too happy about. There are guys on the defense that will not be playing. Duce Chesnut, Denver Harris, those are guys you probably thought wouldn't play because you haven't seen much of them. They are inactive, part of the team, but not practicing, obviously not playing. Zy Alexander will not play. He will be out for probably a significant amount of time, according to Brian Kelly. Again, not too much information on that. He's been a little bit avoidant of what's going on there. It is an injury. I know there are whispers about an ACL tear, but we don't know for sure. Ashton Stamps will practice today, but here's the kicker. Mekhi Wingo is out for the season, and he had surgery. That's a huge hit to this defense. I mean, you're missing a handful of the guys who really make a difference. You've been missing some of them for a couple weeks, but now you're taking a huge hit with Wingo out, not just for this week, but for the rest of the season, making this journey for LSU to get back to the SEC West Championship, to hopefully a natty, maybe, fingers crossed, that much more difficult. They're going to rely on the rotation that we saw in the Army game. And Brian Kelly has said, he's confident in the younger guys to be able to step up. It's the next man up mentality. This is just another obstacle they have to overcome. And he seems fairly calm about it. I know I screamed when I heard Mekhi Wingo was out for the season. I'm not happy about it. A lot of people aren't going to be happy about it. It is going to cause some chaos and some, what are we going to do? We're going to lose kind of thing. But Brian Kelly is leading by example. He's very calm. He says the team is in the right headspace. It's just another thing you have to deal with. And these things happen. In a season like this, nothing comes easy. It's just that much more work, that much more want and fight from this team. The bye week, again, used for kind of going back to technicalities, raising that level of preparation, and they hammered the idea of you don't just show up and play, you need to be intentional and you need to be efficient. So do your job, but do it well. I think they're going into this game with a very good mindset, team mentality kind of thing, which is good considering it could have spiraled for sure, knowing that you've got so many defensive injuries and which you're about to face in Tuscaloosa. Definitely could have spiraled. He also brought up the point of the Jaden Daniels Heisman conversation. That's been all the rage right now. We love talking about the Heisman conversation. I know we talked about J.J. McCarthy being up there last week. We won't get too much into the Heisman conversation maybe later this week, but Brian Kelly did say, Jaden should be in the conversation, but it is this game in particular, there are going to be a lot of eyes on him to see how he can execute against a tough Alabama defense. So, just 5 days? 5 days, and we'll preview that game on Friday as we always do. But that's all I got on the football side of things right now. We will go to player pressers tomorrow and hear from some of the guys on the team, and we will hear again from Brian Kelly on Thursday, and then we will preview that matchup on Friday. So make sure you subscribe, come back, see us on Friday, and get a full breakdown of Alabama LSU. Women's basketball opened up their season with an exhibition game, a blowout, 99-26 win over East Texas Baptist. Now, I'll be honest with you, the numbers weren't up to par for what Kim Mulkey wanted to see. I'll be honest. Now, granted, she holds them to a very high standard, especially because they have a target on their backs coming off a national championship, and she doesn't play. We know that. We've seen it. We've heard it from the players. She has a very high expectation. The bar is so high, and it doesn't matter if you won last year. This is a new season. She wants more from this team. Samaya Smith posted a double-double. And again, I'm about to come back and tell you all the stats, and you're going to be like, that's really good. But I'll share with you what Kim Mulkey said after the game as well. Flau'Jae Johnson led LSU with 18 points, one of 6 girls to score double digits. But Mulkey emphasized the fact that the scoring wasn't the problem, it's the fundamentals. So she saw a lot of things that she wasn't happy about and that they're going to hammer in practice. Little things, technicalities, fundamentals, some of the same things that Brian Kelly talks about. Going back to the basics, making sure that you are executing on all levels. The starting lineup, so she did something interesting. Again, exhibition game, so not a real game this season. Are you good? Are you sure?
I had to sneeze for the longest.
Yeah, y'all couldn't
fought
see
it
it
so
because
hard.
Joe didn't switch the camera to show himself struggling. But Joe was fighting a sneeze for a good 30 seconds. Are you okay?
To be fair, I beat it. I beat the sneeze, and you made it a spectacle.
I'm sorry. I was concerned. Anyway, she did something interesting. She started all new faces. And her point being she wanted to see what they looked like in an LSU uniform, give them a chance to kind of show their game off to not only her and what they look like in a game, but to the LSU fans who came in. So Haley Van Lith, Michaela Williams, Janae Kent, Alea Del Rosario, and Anissa Morrow all started the first half or first quarter, played the first 2 quarters. And then you saw Angel and KP and some of the old faces from last year come in that second half. They will have another exhibition game on November 1st, which is Wednesday. So make sure to go check them out. Hopefully they clean up some of those. I'm saying hopefully. They looked great. From our perspective, it's just Kim Mulkey, she wants them sharp and ready to go. So yes, Wednesday in the PMAC, go check them out. Men's basketball also kicks it off tonight in the PMAC. They'll host Louisiana Christian for their first exhibition game of the season, and they'll have another one on November 6th against Mississippi Valley State at 7. So you want to get your basketball in, this week's the time to go. Go tonight, go celebrate Halloween tomorrow, do what you want to do on a Tuesday night, and then follow up on Wednesday with women's basketball. Sounds like a great week to me. Recapping soccer and volleyball. Soccer coming off a little bit of a loss, hard-fought loss. They went to Pensacola for the SEC tournament. They were the 10 seed. Kentucky was the 7 seed. They lost 4-2, and it was a penalty kick shootout. Molly Swift finished with 5 saves. It really was. The goalies were up to par, keeping those numbers down. But Coach Hudson said the team fought. And, I mean, if it comes down to penalty kicks and your goalies are making 5 saves, yeah, they fought. It just didn't fall their way. Penalty kicks are tough. It's tough to lose in a penalty kick shootout, but it is what it is. They fought hard, fought all the way to the end, and they are now preparing, hopefully, to get a bid for the NCAA tournament, which is next week. Also, shout out to Ava Galligan. Her name just keeps coming up, and that just tells you how good of a player she is. She made the All-SEC second team and the All-SEC All-Freshman team. She currently leads the team in assists and points with 5 assists and 11 points through the regular season. And those 5 assists placed her among the top 10 players in the league. Again, huge key piece on offense and defense for Ava Galligan. Shout out. That's an awesome accomplishment, especially as a freshman. Volleyball coming off a win over South Carolina. They are now 4-6 in the SEC. They recorded a team season high of a .326 hitting percentage on 39 kills, totaled 10 aces. It's actually the third time this season that LSU has logged double-digit aces. Remember, we've been talking about some of those errors at the net. They've been struggling to kind of the accuracy of hitting. Season high hitting percentage. That means less errors, more kills. Love to see it. And the defense showed up too. They held South Carolina to a .092 attacking percentage. LSU has held opponents under .1 hitting percentage only 4 times this season. So season high for the defense as well. Some individuals who deserve to get shout outs here. Lots of career highs. Journey Robinson had a match high 10 kills, finished with 3 blocks, 2 aces, and 6 digs. Ellie Ector registered career highs with 9 kills and a .692 hitting percentage. Alexis Robertson also had career highs, 9 kills and a .375 hitting percentage. She also had a match best 5 blocks. Paige Flickinger, career high, matched it with 5 aces, also had 6 kills and a match high of 8 digs. So they went off. They just went off against South Carolina completely, just everybody individually as a team, all kinds of career high, match highs. It's a really good statistical game here. Definitely needed that moving forward. They open up the last month of regular season play. This week on Wednesday in Mississippi, they'll face Ole Miss at 7 o'clock. So good luck to those girls. Awesome job playing South Carolina this weekend. Definitely one of the best performances of the season for sure. Just a little bit of news on baseball. They are still going with their fall ball scrimmages. That World Series, Purple and Gold World Series will be at the end of November. I know they're going to have a scrimmage against UNO. Or maybe Loyola. I'll have to check on that. But their rings, they will be getting their rings on November 11th, which is before the Florida game, the LSU Florida football game. So the time for the ceremony has not been released yet. Actually, it will probably be released later today when we find out what time LSU and Florida are kicking off. But they will have that ceremony, their ring ceremony from the national championship on November 11th. And we will have more info as soon as we get it. So make sure, again, to subscribe. Come get all your news from us. And we will round out with, of course, some LSU Tiger tea. Leonard Fournette is back, baby. He's back. He's been out. He got cut by the Bucks in a cap-clearing move in March. So they were trying to save money. And if you kept up with the NFL during the offseason, the running back drama was at an all-time high. The paying players, you saw Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley go through a little bit of drama with their teams, end up getting franchise tagged. But the money that the teams are wanting to pay these running backs is not what the running backs are wanting. There was some talk about Derrick Henry's issues, and it was an overarching theme for the offseason, the running back contract situation. So the Bucs released Fournette to save money, but because the Bills need another running back, Damian Harris hurt his neck. He is on IR, had a scary hit, I think 2 weeks ago. He will be signing with the Bills pending a good physical. So it looks, I don't see any reason why the physical wouldn't go through, but that is the only thing stopping him from becoming a Buffalo Bill. He should be joining Latavius Murray and James Cook in the backfield, and he'll get another shot at a Super Bowl because he did win one with Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski down in Tampa Bay. But I mean, if you're gonna take some time off, maybe start playing in the middle of the season again, the Bills aren't a bad team to go to. Definitely Super Bowl contenders if they can clean some things up, but they're up there. So congrats to Fournette for getting back to work. Hope to see you go off up there. That's about all we got. We will be back on Thursday with some more updates, some more Tiger tea, and then Friday we will preview LSU BAMA. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all soon.